Hello, St. Louis, and welcome to OnSTL.com.
Today's segment is brought to you by Trinkets Tea and Me, 2 blocks south of the Kirkwood train station at 217 South Kirkwood. For the best tea prices with over 80 teas, it's Trinkets Tea and Me.
Joy, we have Sherman Doyle and Christian Lawrence with us today from Bare Knuckles Comedy.
I'm laughing already.
You guys are like the oldest
funny about
comedy show in St. Louis now, right? I mean, you've been around, even though it's like
Hold it.
not 100 years.
Hold it.
Well,
What
I
time
am
is it?
77.
Yeah, the show's been around since 2009, and as far as like independent like comedy, comedy shows in St. Louis, I think it's the oldest one.
Tell us about it, because it's an interesting type of show. It's not just an improv group. It's not just stand-up.
Yeah. So we started it off back in 2009. There was a place called the Funny Bone here in St. Louis, and they had an open mic there, and that's about it. And if you got if you got on the bad side of the Funny Bone, there was not many options for you in St. Louis. So me and my old partner Kevin were like, okay, we're gonna make something else. We're gonna, so that if you want to do something and it's not exactly stand up, or does I have like a weird character I want to try out, we're going to give you a venue for that. And so everybody started coming out of the woodwork. Like, I want to try this out.
Was that Kevin White?
Yeah.
Now,
Kevin.
were you doing Punch Drunk then? Or?
It was going under the name Punch Drunk. You got it. We had to change the name because apparently there's people who've been using it for longer than us. But I still like that name.
Well, that's actually really good that, to me, first of all, why would you think that there would be all these people in St. Louis that didn't have a leader like yourself to step out and bring them together?
Oh, goodness, you so silly.
Yeah.
All we did is give an alternative.
He's a virtual comedic Spartacus. That's what we call it, Spartacus.
Now,
But don't you think that we have to laugh more than most people with all the hardships we endure?
That's right.
So what's going on? Why isn't there more comedy here?
I don't know. Well, it's actually, I tell you what, Joy, if you were to look around, there's a ton of people out there now. There's a whole really huge, thriving independent comedy scene in St. Louis. It's just that you're not going to see it at the Funny Bone.
Okay.
You're going to see it at rock clubs, and you're going to see it like the Firebird, which is down here in St. Louis. There's tons of comedy in there.
And you guys are Blueberry Hill now, right?
Yeah, Blueberry Hill.
What happened to the demo? Are they still around?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're still alive and kicking.
Because I'm still looking for them.
Oh, yeah. It's, our friend Jake runs it, and it's a great spot. They've got lots of great musical acts coming through.
What is the demo? Is that
It's in the Grove.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to find.
It's connected.
That's funny.
Right next to the Atomic Cowboy, and it's a great venue. It's awesome.
How about that?
Yeah.
You have a new show you're once a month, right, in St. Louis?
Typically once a month we'll have one new show. Like it's a whole, like it's sketch and it's stand up and it's everything all kind of put together in one. So we try to do a whole new show every month. So if you've seen Bare Knuckle Comedy before, you've not seen this show.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
And you're going to see sketches. You're going to see stand up. You're going to see videos. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, we try
and
to.
music.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's like a narrative, one giant sketch going out through the whole thing, like one big narrative, and we'll do it. We segment it into acts. So we'll have like Act 1, and then we'll break, and then we'll have like a stand up. We'll have another stand up. And we'll come back to the sketch, and it's got even crazier. What's going on? And then we'll have another stand-up or an improv act or something. And we have Act 3, where it kind of wraps everything all together in a bow. And then we usually have a musical act after that.
It's kind of sad that we have to do it this way, where you're coming in and you're describing your show. Imagine a stand-up comic coming in and go, well, I do jokes about the president, and then I do some material about everyday life.
And then you wrap it up
in
in a
my
bow.
home life.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, and you know what? And it's completely understandable, because when folks walk in, when you hear comedy show, I think automatically it goes to stand-up. Come to a comedy show.
Right.
Oh, it's stand-up. And then most folks don't really, they don't really get the concept of the improv. That improv is, how that works. And we're not really either of those. We're kind of the mesh of all of that. So when they come in,
want to make people laugh.
we do, and our hope is to slap them across the proverbial face with a hand of comedy.
Well, don't you think, though, that St. Louisans as an audience are really receptive and giving, and, they're not like, okay, make me laugh and judgmental?
As long as they're there to see comedy, yes, they are. Yeah. It's awesome.
Now, you guys, you also perform in Chicago. What is the difference in the audience between the two?
Well, the Chicago show is just getting ramped up. So as far as what Chicago's great about is they've got a great sketch and improv scene. They're really big on that.
When is your next show in St. Louis?
That would be March the 1st in the Elvis Room at Blueberry Hill.
Any special guests?
We do. We have musically. We have Kevin Buckley. He is.
So it's not Kevin Buckley, the baseball player.
No, it's not Kevin Buckley.
Now that's funny. That's
Unfortunately,
the Texas Rangers.
I'm sure he can play a nice harmonica or something old.
We also let him know about February 22nd.
Oh, that's right. And we do have February 22nd. We are part of a benefit show.
That's this weekend.
That is it this weekend?
Yes, it is. Are you guys ready?
My God. Yeah, we were ready last weekend. That's when our improv comes in. The 22nd at 2720 Cherokee. So we're going to be a part of a benefit show there, and there's going to be a ton of talent, not only just comedy, but musical acts and artists. Have you ever been to 2720
Yes.
Cherokee? It's kind of a hodgepodge of everything.
Exactly.
We went in there one night and we were performing a sketch, and off to the right of the stage was a girl that had this huge tarp and like 15 different things of paint, and she was just throwing it on, and it was an art piece. You know, how do you compete with that? There's no way.
Get more paint.
Better colors.
It was great.
Nude.
Bigger can.
Do it nude.
A lot of mauves.
Well, Sherman and Christian, thank you for coming in here today. And you guys are welcome to put videos on honestl.com anytime you want. We'd love to have you part of what we're doing here. And we will see you then on, what is it, March 1st?
March 1st in the Elvis Room at Blueberry Hill.